Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something pretty wild today. It's a guided meditation, and it
Yeah.
claims to be extremely powerful. Like you can attract a specific person into your life.
Right.
Powerful.
Whoa. Good.
Yeah, right. So it's called guided meditation to attract a specific person. Beware. Extremely powerful. You can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
It's from this guy, Robert Zink. He runs the channel Law of Attraction Solutions.
Mm.
I mean, can you really manifest a specific person just using your thoughts?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, it really tacks into this whole cultural fascination with manifestation and the law of attraction.
It does.
Like this idea that our thoughts can shape our reality.
Yeah.
It's so popular these days. And this meditation is like a very specific application of that.
Yeah, and a pretty compelling one if you ask me.
Definitely compelling.
So it starts out pretty normal, like a classic progressive relaxation technique.
Hmm.
But Zenk, the way he describes it is so vivid.
Oh, really?
It's like he's painting a picture with his words.
Yeah.
He even compares relaxing your muscles to dipping your legs into a warm jacuzzi.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
That's a good analogy. I mean, that's a perfect example of how this meditation uses sensory details to really draw you in.
Yes.
It's all about creating an immersive experience. That's key for visualization practices.
Exactly. And then it gets even more interesting. So next you picture this pink cloud of love. It's all around you, and you feel this sense of peace and connection.
Okay.
But then here comes the part everyone's waiting for.
Uh-huh.
Visualizing that specific person you want to attract.
Right, and that's where the meditation goes beyond just visualization.
Okay, that's you.
It starts to incorporate those core principles of the law of attraction. It's not just passively picturing the person. You're actively focusing your energy and intention on this desired outcome.
Wow. And it doesn't stop there. It says, as you visualize this person getting closer, you actually merge your energy fields. Like you feel their breath, their heartbeat.
Really?
It's like you're trying to create this real physical connection, even though it's all happening in your mind.
Wow, so it's like blurring the lines between imagination and reality.
Right.
It uses such strong sensory language and cues to make that mental image feel as tangible and real as possible.
Oh, and another detail I thought was interesting is Zenk really emphasizes gratitude throughout the whole thing. You're constantly reminded to express gratitude for the love you have in your life and for the love that's supposedly on its way.
Well,
It's almost like you're already acknowledging that this person's going to show up.
oh, wow. You know, that focus on gratitude is actually really smart.
Is it?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of research to support it. Expressing gratitude can shift our mindset toward positivity and abundance.
Interesting.
And that could, in theory, make us more receptive to forming new connections, romantic or otherwise.
That's fascinating. So it sounds like there might be some actual psychology at play here beyond just the law of attraction stuff. But I'm also wondering about the potential downsides.
Yeah.
Is it healthy to focus so intently on one specific person, especially when they have no idea you're doing this whole meditation about them?
That is a really important question,
It is.
and one we need to unpack carefully.
Okay.
Visualization can be a powerful tool for personal growth,
Sure.
but there's a fine line between healthy intention and potentially unhealthy obsession.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this. What if the person you're trying to attract just isn't interested? Or what if they're already in a happy relationship?
Exactly. And that's where the potential for disappointment and frustration comes in. If you're pouring all your energy into manifesting this one person
Right.
based on a belief system that may or may not be accurate, it could set you up for a pretty hard fall.
Yeah, it almost feels like a recipe for heartache, doesn't it?
It does.
Imagine pinning all your hopes on someone who might not even be on the same page.
Yeah, and not only that, but it also raises some ethical questions.
Ooh, now we're getting into the good stuff. What kind of ethical questions are we talking about?
Well, if our thoughts and intentions can truly influence reality, where do we draw the line ethically when it comes to trying to manifest specific people into our lives?
That's a great question. It makes you wonder, are we talking about genuine connection here? Or is it more about trying to control or manipulate someone else's feelings?
Exactly. And that's where it gets really tricky. Think about it this way. Would you want someone trying to manifest you into their life without your knowledge or consent?
Okay, that's a really good point. I hadn't thought of it that way. Suddenly it feels a lot less romantic and a lot more
Yeah.
invasive, I guess.
Right. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to approach these techniques with a healthy dose of self-awareness and ethical consideration.
For all the talk about the power of our thoughts,
Mm.
this conversation is making me realize that maybe the most powerful thing we can do is be mindful of our intentions and how they might impact others.
Absolutely. This meditation might seem like a fun way to boost your chances of finding love.
Yeah.
But it really forces us to grapple with some big questions about the nature of free will manipulation and what constitutes a healthy relationship.
It definitely goes way deeper than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you wonder, is there a more ethical way to use manifestation in the realm of love and relationships?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's something we all have to grapple with individually.
For sure.
But I do think there's a way to use these techniques responsibly.
Okay, so what would that look like?
Instead of trying to bend someone to your will, what if you focused your intention on attracting love in a more general sense?
Yeah.
Maybe you visualize yourself feeling happy and confident in a loving relationship without focusing on a specific person.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like you're creating a space for love to enter your life,
Yeah.
but you're leaving it open to the universe to bring you the right person.
Exactly. And in the meantime, you're working on yourself, building your self-esteem and becoming the best version of yourself. That way, when the right person does come along, you'll be ready.
That's a much healthier and more empowering approach, isn't it?
It is.
It's about attracting love, not forcing it.
Precisely. And, if you're looking for tools and resources to help you manifest love, wealth, or happiness in a positive and ethical way, we've linked some powerful options in the description. Be sure to check them out. They're designed to help you reach your goals.
Great reminder.
Yeah.
And listener, we want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Do you believe it's possible to manifest specific people into our lives? And if so, where do you draw the line ethically? So where were we?
Oh, yeah.
The ethical side of things.
Right. So we were talking about, whether it's okay to try and manifest a specific person into your life, especially when they may not even be aware of it. And it makes you think, like, what if everyone started doing this?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. What if everyone was out there trying to manifest each other?
Exactly. It gets really messy really fast.
It does. I mean, would that even work?
Well, that's a whole other can of worms, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it definitely raises some questions about free will and consent.
It does. I mean, is it even ethical to try and influence someone's feelings without them knowing?
Right. And, even if you believe in the law of attraction, even if you think it works, there's still this question of whether it's right to use it in this way.
Yeah, I'm starting to see how this goes beyond just like wanting to be with someone.
It does.
This is about respecting their autonomy, too.
Exactly. And I think that's a really important point to remember. It's not just about what we want.
It's not.
It's about recognizing that other people have their own desires and their own free will.
And, speaking of respecting other people's free will, I think it's important to acknowledge that not everyone believes in this stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Like the law of attraction and manifestation.
Right. Some people might see this meditation and think it's completely ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's totally okay.
It is. We're just exploring different ideas here. We're not saying that anyone has to believe in this or that this is the only way to find love.
Exactly. We're just trying to have an open and honest conversation about it.
Right. And if you're out there and you're thinking this all sounds a bit far-fetched, that's totally fine.
It is.
We respect your perspective.
Absolutely.
But, even if you're skeptical, I think it's still worth considering the underlying message here.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, this meditation is all about the power of our thoughts and intentions.
Yeah, and that's something that a lot of people can relate to, right?
It is. Even if you don't believe you can manifest a specific person into your life. I think most of us would agree that our thoughts and beliefs can shape our reality to some extent.
They can.
So even if you're not into the whole manifestation thing, maybe this can be a reminder to focus on the positive, to cultivate those thoughts and feelings that you want to attract into your life.
That's a good takeaway.
It is.
Yeah.
And, if you're looking for tools and resources to help you cultivate those positive thoughts and feelings, we've got you covered. Yeah. We've linked some really powerful options in the description. Be sure to check them out. They can really help you on your journey to manifesting your best life.
Awesome. So, listener, what do you think?
Yeah.
Are you on board with the law of attraction? Do you think it's possible to manifest specific people into your life? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
So we've been talking a lot about this specific meditation
We have.
and the law of attraction, but I think it's important to remember that there are a lot of different approaches to finding love.
Oh, definitely.
This is just one perspective,
Yeah,
and, it might not resonate with everyone.
right. Some people might find it helpful.
Yeah,
Others might not.
exactly. It's really about finding what works for you
Mm-hmm.
and what aligns with your values.
Yeah, you know what I'm really taking away from this whole conversation is that love is complex.
It is.
There's no magic formula or secret meditation that's going to guarantee you'll find the perfect partner.
Right. It's about so much more than that.
It is.
It's about connection, vulnerability, shared values.
And sometimes a little bit of luck.
Absolutely. A little bit of luck never hurts.
It doesn't. So if you're out there listening and you're looking for love, don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Keep putting yourself out there. Keep being your authentic self.
Mm,
And don't be afraid to try different things to see what works for you.
exactly. And remember, the most important thing is to be true to yourself.
Yes. Don't try to change who you are to fit someone else's idea of what they want.
Right. The right person will love you for you.
Exactly. Well, that was quite a deep dive.
It was.
Really made us think about the power of our thoughts, our intentions, and the ethics of it all.
It did. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
And listener, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
What are your beliefs about manifestation and love?
Mm-hmm.
Head over to our socials and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious and keep those minds open.